Hey everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and trying to keep out of mischief. Very important, trying to. This is a current events reading concerning who knew what when, roughly, basically. Obviously, with the Southport incident, as we are politely talking about it as, the horrific situation up there, and the aftermath of it. And now the revelations that we've already talked about Southport, it is the one question, and I'll tell you what has spurred this reading. Okay, and once again, we have to be careful because of this, that, and the other, and contempt of court, and blah blah blah. And that's for you too down in the comments below. All right, we just want to make sure we're all safe. Is who knew what when, and the one time and the one thing that really kind of picked my like my ears plucked up kind of thing was when Lindsay Hoyle is his name, Speaker of the House of the Parliament, basically told everybody don't talk about it in Parliament. And it's like, hold on, why are you like if people didn't think it was a cover-up now, why can't people? And I'll tell you the actual moment when Richard Tice, I believe, in PMQs, stood up and asked a question around the incident, not about the incident, and stuttering Starmer hid behind, well, our teacher said that we can't talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. It's like, and then I'm surprised he didn't say my favourite, which is working people, because he can't, I was going to swear there, say it. He's obsessed by him, but at the same time, in a working people. So here we go. This is what we're going to be talking about today. Who knew in Labour the real situation, because love him or hate him, Dominic Cummings has come out on Twitter and called BS on the whole timeline of things. A few other people bravely are kind of going, you've known this at least for weeks, but at the same time we have people still locked away because allegedly they lied when it turned out they were actually on the money at the moment. So can we please have a reading concerning who in the Labour Party knew what when for the concerning the Southport incident, the horrific situation up there, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Oh yes, always. It's rule number one. I'm surprised we haven't got it on T-shirts yet, because that's what other internet famous people would have done. YouTube famous, don't you know? I'm YouTube famous. Ooh, straight out with the death card. Betrayal. Ooh. The death card normally is rebirth, reborn. But this feels as if like the narrative is like the fact that it's the death card, the plotting and planning, 2 of matches, Wheel of Fortune. They knew they could get away with it. And even now, like I said, it's the discussion of who knew what. That's on the wonk. Who knew what when, squashed. Can't talk about it. What's going on? This, that, and the other. And this is why. It's because the death card, the situation itself, quite literal in this respect. 7 of Needles. The betrayal started instantly. Plotting and planning. How do we do this? Wheel of Fortune feels very much kind of it feels quite cheeky. We can get away with this. We can do quite a lot of, you know, if we squash it and call everybody bigots and call everybody out, you know, racist and far right and this, that and the other, we can quash it, we can control it. Perspective, hangman, knight of matches, 9 of wands, 6 of ooh. King of the king. No, sorry. The knight of wands feels very much like some flunky actually putting the action in, who's very on board with this cover-up style situation. The hangman feels as if we need to change the narrative quite quickly. This feels like cabinet. This feels like, or at least a meeting, at least a gathering of informed people. Notice how quickly we've gone in here. The hangman feels as if it's. This feels as if it's kind of intelligence services, the Merseyside police, Labour were definitely involved. This feels like a cross kind of. A lot of people knew. They saw exactly what was going on, but then put this passion in. The 6 of Pentacles here feels as if there is some sort of. It feels like someone's in their pocket. The 6 of Pentacles doesn't feel like a normal 6 of Pentacles, give and take, back and forth, sharing, normally depicted with like a boss figure paying their worker, their staff member for, equal give and take. It feels more paying off. It feels more to kind of shut stuff up or someone you know what this feels more about. It's not actually money. It feels more about kind of I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of deal. 9 of Swords, Ace of Swords. Wow. But there's breakthrough. The 9 of Swords here is this anguish and anxiety and worry and concern, and it's very much on, as you can see here, kind of the kind of officer class. I'm trying to think of the particular word that's it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't quite. It's just there. Just take it. But it feels as if here is the elite. We would consider the elite the pompous ones who think they're in charge. Trying to manipulate, from this plan, keeping the plan of action going as much as possible. There's an opportunity that they want to keep going, and it's backfired quicker than they expected it to. It's like there's things, for example, there are things that have been said, it will come up in court. They already know it. That's why they're crapping a brick here. That's what it feels like. It's like, holy crud balls. And this is the truth coming out. Truth, wisdom, knowledge, clarity, understanding, information, all kind of. But that's why, notice, the sloth here is looking at this and still trying to trample it down, try and keep it quiet, trying to this, that, and the other. There's something here, like I said, that's coming out. Like they've said, it's going to come out in court. It's something else. But in the meantime, this betrayal, this deception has had real consequences here, because obviously people are still in jail for saying what was truthful. Which are now with freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff. They're now, as I've labelled it, please go back and watch it. Political prisoners in the UK, because they went full in with this plan, this plot, this scheme, this what they're trying to do. Temperance is to rebalance the situation in this reading. It feels like there was a collaboration. That's what we're saying with the Three of Pentacles. This is not just, this is, and we saw it at the time as well. The police didn't say anything. I think MI5, MI6 made a speech like a month later, kind of, which seemed very kind of, if you haven't watched it, go back. I'm sure it's on YouTube. But it's one of those situations where under plot and planning scheming again. This is my Googling card, the Page of Wands. So they're still trying to find a solution out of this, where they keep all innocent. Oh, but we just went along with what the facts were and stuff like that at the time. We had no idea. They knew exactly what was going on. Yes, maybe it took a couple of days to research, as it was a PDF file. We've been told. Took a little while to do a little bit of a search on computers. It may, fair enough. Maybe a week, right? Maybe a bit longer than that, right? Fair enough. But production of things that they've also mentioned, you kind of walk in through. I'm assuming, allegedly, you're walking through the door and it's there. If someone's got a pot plant they're growing, you walk through the door and it's like, oh, they're growing a pot plant thing. You see what I'm saying? It's quite an instant kind of, there it is. It's sitting there in the 3D world. It's right there. So that was quite quick. With it, it feels like within hours here. And that's what this crap in the brick thing here, because they've, far right thugs, everyone's against everyone, blah, blah, blah. They've all got to fast track them through. Oh, you angry fist. How dare you? Oh, and now, not the violent ones, arson is still arson. Criminal damage is still criminal damage. But the ones primarily on Facebook and Twitter and people kind of calling out kind of like this sounds like this, that and the other and blah, blah, blah. They knew it and they still went down that route. So now we've got the basic level. Let's get some, if you're new here, we do one baseline. So we get the foundation of the reading and then we build up from there. So let's get on with some more sexy, shall we? If you are new here, this is one of 4 types of reading that we do on this channel. And I would show you a sexy graphic, but unfortunately, for some reason, it won't show, which is very rude, very unsociable, almost mean, very, very rude. So, but yeah, this is one of 4 types of reading that we do on this channel. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, please subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell. And most importantly, thank you to everybody who in the last week or so has kind of super thanks and stuff like that. And it's very, very kind of you. It's so generous and helpful and kind, because I'm at the moment I can only kind of record to live like this. My laptop can't cope with editing stuff. That's why we haven't, the royal we, hello, haven't produced and published any courses yet on the website, because we can't edit the videos for the courses. The laptop just cries and crashes. So yeah, thank you. That is so generous and beautiful and very, very kind. And yes, thank you. Yeah, so let's have a look. Where's this going? More information about what did Labour know when, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Oh, that was a thwad, that one, as we cut the deck. Here we go. Pandemic. I feel that's more about the crisis in general, that like the health crisis thing, kind of the actual incident, the Stockport incident, right? Social media, yeah. tension escalating. Yeah. So, business tycoon, I feel like that's Daddy Elon. Returns to normal. New rules. Submarine. Here we go. I was just waiting for the water to come. If you are new here, the water consistently coming out concerning Labour. Kind of treading water, drowning, kind of water rising, sinking ships, all that kind of metaphor. Kind of, they needed to do something quick. So what I've got here is that they had to shut down as quickly as possible. This feels like social media in general. So Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, those sort of people. Notice who went along with it straight away, and notice ones that went, nah. You have to do your, I'm keeping out of this. And it's those ilk there. Returns to normal. So we're kind of in a situation where they thought they would blow over and that kind of stuff, and they would be able to kind of manipulate the rules, manipulate the situation, but they're underwater now. This has snapped back quicker than they expected to. It feels as if this is opportunistic. Sorry, I found coffee. Hello. Cheers. And that's why it's almost as if one half didn't know what the other half was doing. That's what I'm getting down here. It's like, all right, we need to bury this story. We need to do this, that, and the other. We need to do what happened to the post office people. We need to do what happened with the blood transfer people. We need to do what was it WISP? No, WASPy, isn't it? The ladies whom are protesting about the pensions and stuff like that, which someone did ask or suggest for a reading on them, and that's coming up. I decided to take a bit of a day off. You know what I mean? A nice sleep. It's been a long couple of weeks, but I'm rejuvenated now. It's very lovely. It's that kind of thing where it just squash, control the data, control the flow, control this, which escalated the situation, hence the escalating tensions. And it has not gone away. It has not gone away. It's like, I don't normally look at these sort of things, but I thought it was fascinating. I wonder if I can show you this. Can I show you? There you go. On YouTube Finance, this is the month-long. So for this month, as we're recording this on the end of October, this is the stock market, FTSE 100 right now. Okay, the budget was yesterday, but there seems to be an interesting kind of it's interesting. If you look for like the year as well. June, July. So July is there, okay, where the cross is. So there's July and the election. No, sorry, there, July, election and all that kind of stuff. So Conservatives built it all the way up. They thought, okay, we're all right now. We can try and do it. Egg on face. And then all of a sudden, we've had one blip under Labour, August. Interesting. August, I think that was July 31st, August 1st there, that nice little kind of oopsie. And now after yesterday's budget, or even prior to so, we seem to be having a nice little going on there. Nice little I haven't even looked at 2 years. So even let's go 5 years. Let's have a look. See, even like, because that's kind of round there, that's I would say that would be pandemic, right? Conservative, price wise, doing pretty well. This, I'm assuming, hold on, what is it? 2022, yeah, that would be Truss, round about there, I would suggest. And then we've kind of gotten pretty good, growth. We haven't felt it yet So Labour has got quite a high to fall from. And I know the gilt or the bonds since yesterday has, look at us doing breaking news. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Expensive graphics. I do know the bond market is close to as bad as when the Liz Truss budget came out. So, food for thought. Food for thought. Anyway, so outrage, moon in the darkness, not clear. It's very much kind of keeping it as cold and buried as possible. But this celebration, I can speak, celebration and success. This is very much the turning point, the snapback, time, act now. Let's keep the pressure on. There has been some disclosure. More is coming. Underlying energy. Overlying is we've got to act now. We've got to keep the pressure up because they specifically wanted to kind of go back to normal and kind of like, let's cover this with the budget and that kind of stuff. But there's very much a them and us going on. It does feel very strongly like a lot of people don't realize, left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing kind of energy happening here. In the sense of information coming out, information control. Yeah. Kind of releasing it before the budget so it gets swamped out, which it has done so far. But a lot of people are still talking about it, especially, but it was the Lindsay Hoyle kind of leader of the House thing. Or the Speaker of the House, I should say. Yeah. When he squashed conversation and then stuttering Starmer went, I'm not going to say anything because what teacher said. It was like the question had nothing to do with that. The question was like, what the hell's going on? So, but there is going to be celebration success. This feels more about us than them because this information's coming out and they're trying to like... The outrage is building again, and it's going to be pushed back. But we've got to keep, if you're into that sort of thing, you've got to keep them to account. Okay? So let's get some more tarot out here. Defending their ground. Labour, Chariot, they're trying to move on. But this feels more like us, scum class, you and me, kind of like determination. No, this is not right. This is not right. Six of Pentacles again. The Six of Pentacles again. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking about some sort of lovely little payout. Giving of freedoms. Giving of kind of like reversing stuff and information and all that kind of malarkey. Yeah. The burden. 10 of Wands. But we're close to home here. It's a burden at the moment, but we're close to home because there's always in like the actual traditional sense of the 10 of Wands, there's always a house, a home where this fella is carrying his sticks to. So we're almost home. We can see it on the horizon. We're almost there. Three of Pentacles, once again, Three of Pentacles overarching here, Three of Pentacles there. Working as a team. So they're working as a team, collaborating, kind of keeping hush what's going on here. And it does feel like it was quite quick. Three of Pentacles is scum class clubbing together and holding them to account. Yeah? If you can fast track people in, you can fast track people out. That kind of energy. Knight of Pentacles. This feels like someone new. This feels as if it feels as if this is another political person. I'm just trying to think. It doesn't feel like Kimmy. It doesn't feel like the other one, Genrick or whatever his name is. But it's like being kind of the person to kind of calling it out. More so than Tice has done. This feels like it's got to keep in the domain. The moon card again. The deceit. This I literally said deceit before I put it down. The sneaky deceit. Yeah. This is very much clubbing together. Temperance again. Wow, a balance. Rebalancing the situation. Overarching energy, Ace of Cups. Underlying energy, Four of Pentacles. They really don't want to let this go. This is, this, you know, in America, this would go through commission and all sorts and go on and on and on and on. This feels like more about, there's people in prison right now that shouldn't be there because of what you've now disclosed. It's like you've not all of them, obviously the violent one. Sorry, lads and ladies, but the ones that are kind of a majority of the ones, it seems that that said some nasty words, had an opinion that's turned out to be true. It's those ones that's like, no, but there's more movement here. Notice how light up here is, yeah, and then suddenly darkness, sneakiness, manipulation, trying to kick it down like any way possible to stop and control the noise is here, you know, and you gotta call it out, got to keep calling it out. Obviously, in a respect, like I said at the beginning of this, and I'll hammer it home, it's not about the case itself. It's the surrounding crap of the case. It's who knew what when. This feels like flunkies in the Home Office. This feels like civil servants, I should say, that kind of area. Just like people in the darkness that you never vote on. You don't know their name, but they have all this control. All that. They're desperately trying to find ways of not being exposed, not being shot, the sun shining on them kind of thing, you know? So it's a very, very quick moving thing. But the fact that we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the win, the happily ever after, this is another compensation thing later on. Like that feels like a while. But this, you know, freedom first and then kind of... But there's this Knight of Pentacles. I don't know whom it is. I don't know whom it is, but it feels as if it's like stand under my umbrella kind of energy. It's like all these people, come on, let's work together. Let's make this happen. Let's bring this together. Let's hold them to account. It's almost as if you wanted those people to be held accountable. Now it's your turn to be held accountable. You're not, you know, why aren't you, you know, you're doing everything possible not to be. It's that kind of double standards, which is the temperance, rebalancing the situation. That's what I keep getting here, because we've got temperance twice in the core bit down the bottom. It's like, yeah. Anyway, truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. So, we have self-worth, self-love, self-care, pride card, coming back out, rebuilding their worth again. Yeah? Marriage, perfect. Everyone clubbing together. The Three of Pentacles, this bond, this kind of democratic dependency on each other. This kind of like, look, we're just going to come together for this thing because it ain't right. It's not right on anyone, you know. Notice that the Lib Dems have said nothing. That there's nothing what they've said. Notice how the Greens have said nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? Conservative, hopeful leader type new ones have said stuff and been slapped down mainly because they're only saying stuff primarily because they want to be elected, right? So it's one of those things that they're the only ones that are saying anything. Everybody else is playing the game apart from Reform at the moment and a few media outlets and a few other people. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like everyone's playing the game. But this is why this breakthrough here is happening. And this feels very soon. I mean, like in the next couple of days, feels like people clubbing together, working together. I've just heard something here, and I'm probably going to offend some people. Thinking less about just Tommy, an individual, right, but the people involved. Yeah, everybody who's in prison right now, and the fact that they released 2,000-3,000 people to make space for these people who just said bad words on Twitter and Facebook. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's that kind of energy. Merit making, the goodness coming to light again. Yeah, very pale, but it's getting there. It's building up in this darkness. It's slowly but surely, the goodness is coming back. Because they're pretending too much. The deception, the mask card, wearing all these faces, inconsistent. Tomfoolery, just generally kind of BS. Overarching energy is the daydream card. The optimism. There's the sun coming slowly but surely. It's just coming. You know, it's a people are not letting this go. Justice. Yes. Yes, it's coming, my sweet peas. It is coming, but it's just this feels like what day is it today? This feels like Sunday, Monday. This build together. And I think this is the start of this collaboration. Once they do it for this, isn't it amazing? Right? And like, there's just on principle, not if you agree with them or not, just on principle. People like the Tommy Robinson lot are just focused on Tommy Robinson. It's bigger than that. We need to, you lot need to kind of like, it's for yes, he's your boy, but also it's like, come on, the rest of them then, now it's been proven, right? You've really got to pull up the noise level in a respectful way, but turn that noise up. Reform. Where are they? Yeah, one question that was slapped down. They need to be constantly on the on any media saying, right, they've already admitted that what majority of people were put away for, they were talking fine. You may not like the words they used, but they were speaking truth. It has now emerged. So why are they in there for a hate crime? Why are they in there for this, that, and the other Communication Act? Why are they, see what I'm saying? It's like, you can fast track them in, you can fast track them out. It's that kind of turning up the volume really loudly. And coupled with, because some people have been talking about this, coupled with what we now know with the stock market. This is why I mentioned this. We're almost as bad as August. That was the protests and riots, I believe. That blip there, right on the left. So we're almost back down. And if it goes further than that, I think then, that could be like Wednesday next week. That could be kind of like Wednesday to Sunday. That would be the 7 to 10 days for stuttering Starmer to bugger off. So we just need to turn up the volume now. Overarching energy. Act now. Bombard your MP. I mean, like, this is the time for stuff like this. Yeah, because I always act as if, right? This is just the way I live life, and I don't, I try to at least. I'm always trying to be a good boy. But what I'll end with is this: I try to act as if to stand up for people, because when I need them, when I need to stand up, people stand up for me. I hope I've kind of paid it forward. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the time to stand up for those people, because at a certain point, if it continues, which it doesn't sound like, but it's need the volume. If it continues this way, then who's going to stand up for you watching this? Do you see what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy. It's like it's got to happen here, and hence the reason why we've got this daydream optimism. It's like, this is the start. This is the Pluto and Aquarius thing. This is why it's all crappy at the moment. It's the transition. I just like doing this. Ooh, look at it. Look at it. It looks so sexy. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here right now because a lot of people knew, even though they were saying they didn't. The timeline is just, you just can't lie about it. It's the timeline is the timeline. You no matter what. No wonder they're trying to cover up everything and shut down conversations in Parliament and all that kind of stuff. Which is like, who does that? You know what I mean? That's probably the only place, apart from Speaker's Corner, where you can actually say what you want, kind of thing. Well, it's supposed to anyway. But anyway, I'll leave it there. So thank you so much for your time. But until next time, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.